Now, apparently the Supergirl pilot episode has been leaked online. Oops! Like, how does that happen? The trailer just got released like a week ago, and the very first episode leaks online for our viewing pleasure, if we choose to do so. And for anyone who saw my reaction video to the trailer, knows that I was sort of lukewarm to the trailer. I didn't hate it. There were things that I liked about it, but it didn't get me as excited as I wanted to be for this show. So, after watching this episode, I promise not to get too spoilery with this because it is so early. But you see at the very beginning, Kara L, I should say, she indeed works as an assistant or secretary to Callista Flockhart's character at this company, this like newspaper Tribune. And it's almost like they made this not realizing that SNL was going to do that skit, that parody on the Black Widow movie. What if Black Widow made a movie? And in the whole video is Scarlett Johansson being this bumbling secretary who's just, she's kind of a nerd and she has horrible luck. She can't get a date, can't get a guy. But she just so happens to be this awesome, badass superhero. So over the top, so comical, so parody, but yet this show is doing the same exact thing, but trying to have us take it seriously. Can you imagine, can you believe that this type of premise for a lead female hero, we got this in 2015 after shows like Buffy or Alias or Dark Angel, shows that had strong female badass characters. Callista Flockhart's character is so fucking annoying. She really is. I can't stand watching her. She's just... I hate her. But Melissa Benoist, I should talk about her a little bit, who plays Kara, Supergirl. I like her. I like her a lot. She looks great in the costume. I saw her in Whiplash. So seeing her in a smaller part there, go on to star at a big show like this, great for her that she just goes off and saves that plane that she sees has her sister on it, her stepsister, adopted sister. And seeing in the very first episode, her flying, the scene where she runs through the alley. There's a few shots of her ripping the shirt and the costumes underneath it, which is very awesome. But this scene, she just like flies up. Very first episode, she flies and later she gets the costume. It's almost like this episode is an F you to Smallville because it took Clark Kent on that show 10 years to do all of this. In this show, it took one episode. So I guess I have to give him that. But the effects were good. I still have issues with some of the effects, like at the beginning on Krypton when she gets sent away on the ship, or certain moments where the CGI is a little wonky, but this is an early leaked episode. Like, I'm sure the effects aren't completely done. Helen Slater and Dean Cain playing her Earth parents, I thought was a great touch. Very awesome. I almost didn't recognize Dean Cain, to be honest with you. But there you go. And like I said, she has a sister who she's very close with, which I like that. I like that it wasn't like, oh, we have to keep this secret from her sister. In fact, this secret isn't much of a secret. And even the trailer shows that she tells this guy, Wynn, that she works with, who I didn't even realize eventually will become the Toy Man, who's a villain. So that's very interesting that they introduce him as a character like this. Although I don't know why she tells him. She just kind of randomly tells him for no good reason. But, oh well. I want to also mention Mekhi Brooks as James Olsen. You can't call him Jimmy. Oh no. He doesn't like that. But he's James Olsen. I don't want to get into all of this all over again where I complain that I didn't like how drastically different the Jimmy Olsen character is on this show. I think you could have called him a different name. Now sure, there's a lot of him talking about how he knows Superman, that, he's sort of friends with him and he's sort of doing stuff for him. So I guess that's why it had to be Jimmy Olsen. But I don't know. I really think you could have got away with naming him something else, because I like the actor. I like him in the show. I will say that there's a character, Hank Henshaw, who I don't want to get too much into what his character is all about, but that character too is annoying. Just the way he acts with Supergirl and how he talks down to her, and he's like, "Oh, well, you messed this up," or if you're gonna go out and fight, then make sure you do it right this time. I'm like, I want to smack this fucking guy. Like, dude, she's Supergirl. She has these powers. She's on your side. She's trying to help. Stop being a fucking dick. He's not as annoying as Calista Flockhart, but that was bothering me. The talk of Superman, because there's a lot of Superman talk. Even though they don't really say Superman, they might have said it once, but for the most part, they avoid saying Superman, which might be like a Smallville thing. They can only say his name so many times legally, and they never show him face. And obviously, he's not going to be on the show. There's many points where it's like, well, why shouldn't he be here for her? Like, you don't have to have him a huge part of the show, but to not have one scene where he talks to her, maybe helps her out, explains stuff to her, helps train her to fight or something. Like, I think it's going to do a huge disservice to go, for example, this whole season without Kara ever talking to her cousin. Like, really? He never wants to visit her or talk to her or spend time with her? Like, that's more weird than anything else. I don't know. Hell, cast Tom Welling as Superman, and I mean, let's just do it. Why not? Either way, though, I had fun with the episode. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I'm not, like, in love with the show. I think that it's very early. It's the first episode. I do think it has room to grow. It can get better. So, obviously, when it starts in the fall, I will be watching this show. And hopefully I'll be more positive about it. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in watching Supergirl, or if you too have seen the leaked episode. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.